I'm Sara Guillermo, and today I'm the face of America. I ran for my first election when I was in the first grade, having moved to America when I was 2 years old. And it was really evident to me that as I sat around my first grade classroom to be the classroom organizer, that there were kids around that table that were not girls and that weren't people of color. And funny enough, 6 years old, it kept going with me. So I continued to run for office. I served in numerous different leadership roles across my education. I currently serve on a community board in the county that I live in, on Health Commission. And it's been just a really huge part of me when we can get young people to the table and have their ideas at the table, making the decisions and making the policies that we have. We'll be more of a strengths-based community, and we won't be constantly thinking about risk factors and how to do preventative, different pieces, and not always being reactionary because we have all different perspectives at the table. And I think it's such a privilege to be able to work with Ignite in this particular role because I'm able to create a space for young people across the country, no matter where they come from, no matter what their viewpoints are, and to give them support, a community to then be able to take their ambition and run with it. One of the questions I ask all of our young people as they come into the doors is, what do you want to change in your community? And as we start to unravel what those different pieces are, people are telling me, I want to get the stop sign down the street so that people are not getting hit every day. I want to make sure that there's no gun violence so that my cousin or my brother or X, Y, or Z doesn't die next. And what the root causes are of those that we unravel is that it's all related to policy. And what we figure out with our young people is that all of these pieces are related to policy and who is making those decisions. People that don't necessarily look like me, like you, like all of us. And so they start to figure out that all of these different pieces are interconnected and that all of the issues that they are experiencing, that their families are experiencing, are related to policies that politicians and political leaders in their communities or in Washington, D.C. are making for them. We are partnering with Rock the Vote and Cosmopolitan Magazine on a campaign called Vote Twice. And the whole mission of Vote Twice in the campaign is to get first-time and young voters registered not only for the November election, but for their primaries. And so we have actually really spearheaded this large campaign to find events where young people are and get to them where they're going to be on community colleges at these different events this summer to get them registered. We're nonpartisan, actually. At the end of the day, we want young women up and down the ballot across all of the aisles to be running for office. And we don't want it to be a conversation about the first ex-president or the first female senator in X state. We want it to be all young women, no matter what your particular affiliation is, and we don't even ask when they enter, and we don't really truly want to know. We work with young girls, and so we start at middle school and high school, and we're particularly strategic about those particular demographics because we want to work with young women as they're building their ambition and as they're forming their own identities. And so if you get to them younger and then they run through our programming, middle school, high school, through college, and then now we have an alumni network, then we're building it for not just like 30 seconds, we're building it across 10 years, and we're gonna get to our 10-year anniversary next year. And so it's this longer process of being able to build that political ambition, and we're training them. We're working with them on public speaking, we're working with them on how to build their network, we're introducing them to elected officials. They're working on campaigns, they're getting out the vote. Our huge campaign this summer is around voter registration, and so we have thousands of young women that are stepping up. You'll see them at the farmers market, at the concert festivals, engaging with their community members to not only register to vote, but to be really informed voters.